In the late 90s and early 2000s, kids across Canada were glued to Teletoon watching a dark, stylish, and strangely mature animated series unlike anything else on TV. A show filled with moody nighttime rooftops, shadowy experiments, leather jackets, and a hero living a double life. This was CyberSix. But despite its passionate fanbase, the series disappeared almost as quickly as it arrived. Today, we're diving deep into the real history behind CyberSix, how it began as a gritty Argentinian comic, how it transformed into a groundbreaking animated series, why it ended far too early, and the legacy it left behind. This is the full story of CyberSix. Section 1. Origins. Before CyberSix ever hit Teletoon or Fox Kids, it started somewhere completely unexpected: Argentina. The character was created in 1991 by two Italian-born Argentinian artists, writer Carlos Trillo and illustrator Carlos Meglia. They published CyberSix in the Argentinian adult comic magazine Cocktail and later in Scorpio. The comic was not aimed at kids at all. The tone was dark, violent, and heavily cyberpunk. It mixed political themes, dystopian science, body horror, and moral ambiguity. CyberSix herself was a fascinating character in the comic, a genetically engineered superhuman, created by the mad scientist von Richter as part of a secret experiment known as the Cyber Project. Each cyber contained advanced strength, agility, and intellect, but also a built-in fatal flaw. They would eventually be hunted down and destroyed once they outlived their usefulness. CyberSix, however, escaped. To survive, she fled to the fictional South American city of Meridiana, living under the male identity Adrian Seidelman, a literature teacher. This dual identity theme, a woman pretending to be a man, pretending to be a woman, gave the comic an incredibly unique direction, exploring gender, identity, and survival long before mainstream media even attempted themes like that. The comic ran throughout the early 90s and built a cult following in Argentina, Italy, France, and parts of Spain. Its art style was bold and exaggerated, Meglia's signature, with angular faces, dramatic silhouettes, and stylized motion. The story was packed with enemies, including fixed ideas, Frankenstein-like soldiers, Jose, the childish clone of von Richter, Technos, bioengineered monsters, other escaped cybers with their own mutations and personalities. It was grim, emotional, and very adult. But this adult comic would eventually become a children's cartoon. Here's how that happened. Section 2. The Road to Teletoon. By the mid-90s, the comic had become popular enough internationally that animation studios started noticing. A Japanese studio, TMS Entertainment, known for animating classics like Akira, Lupin III, Batman, the animated series, overseas work, and Tiny Toon Adventures, saw potential in the stylish world of CyberSix. At the same time, Canadian animation companies were hunting for darker, more mature-themed shows to differentiate themselves. Teletoon was brand new at the time and was looking for unique content. This resulted in a Canada-Japan co-production between NOA Production/TMS Entertainment, Japan, Telecom Animation Film, and Network of Animation, Canada. The idea was bold: take a violent adult comic and adapt it into a stylish action drama for Western TV. This meant heavy changes, violence toned down, nudity removed, and themes simplified, but the heart of the story remained surprisingly intact. Section 3. The Animated Series. The CyberSix cartoon premiered in 1999. Most Canadian kids first saw it on Teletoon, while American audiences saw it on Fox Kids. Immediately, the show stood out. No other kids' show looked like this. The premise went like this. CyberSix is the last surviving member of the Cyber Project. By day, she hides as Adrian, a local high school teacher. By night, she fights von Richter's creations while protecting Meridiana streets. She also forms a close bond with Lucas Amato, a fellow teacher who unknowingly works beside both Adrian and CyberSix, not realizing they're the same person. The show explored themes of loneliness, identity, survival, acceptance, and self-discovery. Even toned down, it was still more emotional and mature than almost anything airing for kids. Section 4. When and where it aired. CyberSix aired in 1999 to 2000, depending on the region. Teletoon, 1999, often in evening blocks. It also aired on Fox Kids, USA's Saturday mornings block. In Latin America, it aired whenever local networks picked it up in Spanish. And in Europe, it aired in places like France and Italy. The series had 13 episodes total. Yes, just one season. But those 13 episodes left a massive impact on viewers. Section 5. Why the show ended. The real reasons. CyberSix didn't end because of ratings. It ended because of production and legal issues. Here are the biggest confirmed reasons. 1. Budget issues. CyberSix was expensive. The animation quality was extremely high for a TV series because TMS Entertainment put real film quality effort into it. Canadian budgets couldn't match what was needed for a second season. 2. Rights disputes. The original creators, Trillo and Meglia, reportedly had disagreements with production companies over licensing and royalties. This complicated renewal plans. 3. Schedule and time slot problems in the US. Fox Kids constantly moved the show around. Bad for ratings. In Canada, it aired later at night, which built a cult audience but not enough mainstream numbers. 4. The show was too mature for kids' networks, even toned down. CyberSix dealt with identity confusion, cloning, gender themes, death, dark science, and emotional trauma. Networks just found it hard to promote. 5. Lack of toy sales for 90s, 2000s kids' TV. Toys were everything. Shows survived or died based on merchandise profits. CyberSix never had a toy line. No toys equals no corporate support. The final result, the series was canceled after one season. The last episode aired in late 1999/early 2000. Fans hoped for a revival, but none came. Section 6. The lost second season. For years, rumors spread about a lost second season. Here's the truth. Storyboards and outlines were reportedly drafted. The creators wanted to explore deeper arcs from the comic where Lucas was going to learn the truth about Adrian. They were going to add more of Von Richter's creations. But due to budget and rights conflicts, none of it was animated. Season 2 was real, but never produced. CyberSix might not have lasted long, but left a mark far deeper than anyone expected. It was stylish, emotional, mysterious, and unlike anything else on Teletoon. A forgotten masterpiece of 90s animation, born from a gritty Argentinian comic, transformed into a Canadian-Japanese classic and remembered by fans who grew up watching it late at night. If you watched CyberSix as a kid, you know exactly how special it was. Thanks for watching. And if you want more deep dives into forgotten shows from your childhood, make sure to subscribe to the channel.